Hi Aries, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being, I was just being nosy out the window. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Check them out for all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week, if you are a continued subby, you know Rafi loves you. If you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. For your key to the week, you have the Star card, right? So ultimate universal presence is shaping up for you over the course of this week. What I love about the Star card is it very often shows up to give us a little bit of a glimpse into the future. So this week, and look, right, I'm going to say this because everyone's going to be like, why are you so negative? Like, this can be a glimpse into your future to show you what can be bright and beautiful and incredible about it, or it can be the kind of glimpse into the future that makes you say, hey, get your head in the game, right? If you continue down this path, you can end up shit creek without a paddle, as we say here in the UK. So this week, I mean, the Star card itself is very positive. It's a very light, hopeful, happy energy, and it actually is the card that follows the Tower, which means that you've probably already been through the hard times of it. But there's also glimpses here, right? So pay attention to what the glimpses of the future actually look like this week. With that said, let's have a look at your actions and options this week. You have the Five of Pentacles. Okay, so potentially where a move you are making this week, right? So you're going to have a glimpse into the future that shows you that some action that you are taking potentially does, cause a bit of a problem or an issue with your finances or your resources. It could also be that you're getting a second sort of glimpse, not even a second glimpse, you're getting a second chance of some sort to rewrite an old financial script, right? So if you come from a family where, you always heard things like money's not hard to come by, or, money or finances were always a problem or an issue or caused fights, etc. This week you might be able to get a glimpse of how you change that vibration. Another way that this could also show up, because it's the Five of Pentacles, and it's in your actions and options, right? This is about what you do. This might be showing you where you are effectively selling yourself short through some form of imposter syndrome, right? Where you're kind of effectively saying, well, I have to do it all on my own. So it's like you're suffering for your art rather than taking the power in your own hands and saying, let me ask for some help or some support here. When it comes to the options that are available to you, the Five of Pentacles is a card of sanctuary. So it does stand to reason that either through your faith in yourself, your hope for the future, or maybe even those others in your collective or around you, reach out, ask for help. It will always be available to you. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Queen of Pentacles. So usually an earth sign woman, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, may very well feature for you or play some form of an assistive role this week. So the help that you require or the help that you need might come from an earth sign woman. It also suggests that in terms of your work and your professional sphere, your self-care has to be paramount. All right. Now, here's what you probably aren't aware of. This woman, this earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, is very likely to be younger than you. All right. Now, when it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia with your studying or some form of academia, like this with the Five of Pentacles, this could be where, maybe you need some form of financial support, but it just isn't available to you at the moment. Or maybe you are not seeing your finances and resources through a clear lens. You're seeing them through the lens of the past, and somebody helps you kind of see them in a new way, right? It's like, well, through this, you're going to be able to do all of these things moving forward. Like maybe you can't see the financial blessings that are about to come from the studies at this moment in time because you're so mired in it. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, Again, earth sign woman could come through for you, could play some sort of supportive role, especially if you feel like your employer has cheated you in some way or is not helping you, or, you know, maybe your resources, etc. It's just kind of like, you know what, no, right? Like, just in a lot of ways, I think this is a clean break in some regards for some of you as well. When it comes to your, oh, come on, brain. Uh, mm, mm, mm. Yeah, when it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, sorry, I had to really think about that one. If you work for yourself, this could be a not even a cash infusion. This could be like an infusion of energy, stability, and solidity from the community around your business, right? So even if you work for yourself or you're a solopreneur, etc., one of the ways that this potentially shows up for you is that you have a broader perspective because of the community that is around you. But here's the rub, right? Because the Five of Pentacles is in the actions and options. If you don't ask for help, if you don't ask for support, as I always say to my students on my tarot course, no questions, no answers, right? If you don't ask me anything, I can't tell you anything. Same way, if you've got your own business or you work for yourself, if you refuse to ask for help or even just open it up to more people than just yourself, you're not going to get any input, all right? Don't be proud. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working for any reason, this is really about your self-care. It's about really looking after your nervous system. It's also about making solid plans for your future. For your love and relations, you've got the King of Pentacles. So this tells me, so the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles, they're a mated pair, which means that in some regard, outside of your own relationship, a relationship that is a part of your life. So this could be your parents, you know, 9 times out of 10, they're in a relationship. This could be a sibling and their partner. Excuse me. Ooh, it could be a friend and their partner. Like basically wherever there's a strong, prominent friendship, relationship in your life that isn't you and your significant other, it may very well be that that relationship is going to feel some of the tumultuous bumps this week. There's a possibility that you can make it through, but it's going to require very honest, very open, quite frankly, very hard, frank discussion. All right. Now, for those of you that are, when it comes to your, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, the King of Pentacles is actually a very nice card for love and relationships because it brings the solidity to it. It brings a groundedness to the relationship, but with that Five of Pentacles, there's a dispute here over finances, over resources. One of you may be feeling a lot more sort of financially sure or stable about the future, and one of you might not be. And if you don't talk it out, it will become a problem later. For those of you that are single and looking, don't be bought or sold by somebody's wealth or resources, whatever they're presenting to you on the surface. It's not to say that they're not truly wealthy, because they might be. But I do feel with these cards, it's kind of a little bit more show than tell, right? It's kind of like, you know, it kind of reminds me of, I don't know if you remember Jennifer Lopez, she had that song, My Love Don't Cost a Thing. It's kind of like, you know, someone might be doing all the most to kind of, you know, yeah, well, look, I've got money, I can do this, I can do that. And it's like, okay, well, you know, if I like you for you. It's not about what you've got in your bank account. Do you know what I mean? And not only that, everybody in the Reydiant Nation is self-sufficient. We ain't out here depending on nobody for our resources, okay? Self-sufficient. Okay, thank you. Next. Before we move on to your money card, I just want to let you know that coming up, and I'm so freaking excited about this, it is unreal, you are going to be seeing and hearing a lot about the lunar lacuna. So stay tuned. I'm going to say that again. You're going to be hearing a lot about the lunar lacuna. All right, stay tuned. It goes live on the 18th of this month, but you'll be hearing about it before then, so that you can sign up and get ready and all the rest of it. But I'm so excited about this, and it will be great to have you. For your money and materials, you've got the Page of Swords, right? So Page of Swords with the Five of Pentacles, some form of financial contract, document, potentially even legal matter, may require your attention this week. Now, To jog your memory, you might be thinking, well, there's nothing like that at this moment in time. Think back to Aquarius season, so late January, early to mid-February. What were the kinds of things that were happening around your finances, especially around things like contracts, paperwork, documents, all of that kind of thing? Because you're likely to be either wrapping that up now or revisiting it in some way. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, the Page of Swords, when it comes to health, it tends to show up as like a lot of mental stress and strain because our nervous system is on edge. Another way that this can also show up as well, it may very well be some form of breathlessness. So watch out for that this week. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. I can't give you medical advice. It's not a diagnosis. If you have this show up for you, get yourself to a doctor ASAP, right? But your self-care has to be paramount this week. And then when it comes to your home and environment, there is going to be some larger, potentially, group or association that's going to be sort of tied to or with the family, with the home in some regard this week. It's possible that this week you could be having a very tough conversation around the home and property and real estate and all of those things. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a wonderful week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.